Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be making a kimono jacket with a dormer sleeve, a short one. The fabric I'm using is less than 2 yards, 48 inches precisely. That's 1 yard and 12 inches. So the first thing I did is to fold my fabric into two, after which I folded it into four. So the part that was folded into four, that is the folded part, will serve as the side where I'll be placing my sides area, while the other side that has the two, a folded part and a part that is open, will serve as my center front and my center back. So my center front is open while my center back is on fold, and this is because this is a jacket and the center front has an opening at the front. Then I took the measurement for my neck, my back neck precisely, which was 3.5 for the width and 1 inch for the depth, which I connected. So I did my back neck first because that will be the neck I'll be taking first. I'll be taking my front neck later after I've cut out my fabric. So after that, I measured for my sleeve. This fabric is actually 48 inches, that's 36 inches and 12 inches. So because I folded into four, now I have 12 inches. So I went down on that side by 1 inch and connected to my neck width. So what I have left on that place after measuring my neck is 8.5, and that will be for my shoulder and my sleeve. It is a dormer sleeve, so I'll be cutting it together with the outfit. I'm not cutting the sleeve separately. I'll be cutting the sleeve together with the outfit. So I'll be connecting to the width of my neck. The next measurement I took was from my shoulder to my bust points, which is 10 inches. So I measured that, I indicated it, then I ruled a line for that. For the opening of my sleeve, I'll be going up on this line by 2 inches. If you want yours to be bigger than that, you can just leave it at that bust point area. But for mine, I do not want a big opening, so I just want a small opening. So I'll be going up there by 2 inches. After which I'll take my bust measurement divided by 4 and place it on my bust point line. Then I'll add 1.5 inches to it. So I'll curve that place to the opening I made for my sleeve. So that is my sleeve, as you can see. So after that, I'll be taking my shoulder to waist measurement. Then I place my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch also on it. The 1.5 inch actually serves as my allowance and also my sewing allowance. So I'm not adding any allowance to the sides. When I'm cutting directly on that line. So connect my waist to my bust point. After which I'll take my hip measurement. So instead of going to the beginning, I'll just take my hip measurement from my waist area, which is 8 inches for the standard waist to hip measurement. So I'll be adding 8 inches to that line, and I'll take my hip line measurement on that place. So on my hip line, I'll be placing my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch also. Then I'll connect to my waistline. Then I'll take the full measurement of my jacket. It is a long jacket, so I'm taking the full length of my jacket, which is 55. Then I'll add 2 inches for my hem allowance. Then I connected from my hip measurement there to the edge of my fabric there to form like an A shape. So for yours, you could make yours straight, but I prefer mine to be just slightly A shape. I think just 1 inch difference. So I've ruled, please don't mind my chalk, that fabric is so soft. So when I'm cutting, I'll correct it. So it's just to give me a slight A shape. Then that's all for my drafting now. So I'll cut out my pattern now. So I'll be cutting my back neck first, like I measured. So I'll be cutting just my back neck. So when I cut the back neck and the sides, and I've removed my back away from there, I'll cut out what my front neck. So unlike my sides that I'll be cutting directly on the line I've made, for my back neck I'll go up a bit by 0.5, then I'll cut, because I don't want my back neck to be too low. Then I'll cut my sides accurately on the lines. Now I've cut out my fabric, so I'll take away the back pattern now, leaving the front pattern. So I'll take my neck measurement for my front pattern now, and I went down there by 7 inches. I'll be giving it a v-neck shape, not a sharp v-neck. So I'll connect to my neck width, and remember my neck width is the same both for my front and my back. So I'll be connecting from my neck width to what I measured, which is 7 inches. Then I cut out. So you can see the way I'm cutting it. I didn't give it a sharp v-neck. I just want a slight curve which will blend into the opening of the jacket. So now I'm through with cutting of my kimono jacket. The next thing I'll be doing now is going to the sewing machine. Then I join all my shoulders together, that is my front shoulder and my back shoulders together. That'll be the first thing I'll be doing. I've joined my shoulders together, so the next thing I'll be doing is to join the sides together. So I've done my shoulder and my sides, so my jacket is almost ready. So fast. So the next thing I want to do now is to measure the opening of my jacket from the hem round to the other end of the opening, so I can know what the measurement there is. So I'll be using that measurement now to cut another fabric that I'll be using to turn my neckline and the opening of my jacket. Now I've cut out what I'll be using to turn my neckline and the opening of my jacket. It is 4 inches wide, and the length is the length of what I measured. That is the measurement I took earlier round the opening of my jacket. So I'll be taking to the ironing table to iron. So I've ironed, and this is what I have. So I'll be fixing this now on the opening of my jacket. It is on fold now. I've ironed into on fold. So I'll be fixing that to my jacket like this. So the first thing I'll do is to pin it down round. So I've pinned everything down round the opening of my jacket to my back neck and back to the other opening. After which I'll take to the sewing machine to sew. So this is my result after sewing. I've finished sewing now, and I'll iron. You can see my neckline, how curved and how blended it entered. There's no sharp curve there. Yeah, that's why I cut my neck that way. So my jacket is almost ready. The next thing I'll be doing is taking my hem. Remember, I added 2 inches for my hem allowance, so I'll sew my hem. But before sewing my hem, I'll weave my outfit first. The inner places I've sewn, I'll weave them, after which I'll take my hem. I'll actually be using a zigzag stitch because I'm actually having issues with my weaving machine, and I'm not sure I have time for that now. So I'm using a zigzag stitch to close all that places and make it neat so that the fabric will not frill, because this is a very soft fabric and it frills easily. So I'm using a zigzag stitch for that. I've turned the sleeve. I turned it with bias. Now I've done the hem of my outfit, and I've also turned my sleeve with bias. You can see my zigzag stitch inside here. So it makes it neater. So I'll just trim off those excess I have, and you can see the way I folded. So after that, I'll be top stitching on the jacket opening side. not my hem now. This is my jacket, so it might be looking similar now. So I'm top stitching round that opening of my jacket. Yes, I'll be top stitching it now round, so that my slit or the opening now will stand well. I will not be opening anyhow when I wear the jacket. So I'm top stitching on that side round to the other end of the opening of my jacket. So I'm through with that. I've top stitched. As you can see, I'm trying to focus the camera well so we can see it. I don't know if it is clear enough, but I've top stitched it. So my jacket is actually ready. My jacket is ready. That's everything about my jacket. And this is the final outcome of the kimono jacket on me. Can see how lovely it looks. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you are watching my video for the first time, kindly subscribe to my channel, join this family, and if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys. Bye.